Hey guys, King Cheerio 85 here. So, as you can surmise from the title of this video, I'm not really super happy right now. It was a few hours ago. I took a couple hours till I could try to calm down a bit and really put together my thoughts on this. But it was a few hours ago. I was over at one of my local Targets, and I happened across almost the entire first wave of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures. The new ones from Hasbro, the White Ranger, Lord Zed, and Shadow Ranger. And I had them in my hands, and right now I'm so pissed at myself because I did not have the forethought to take pictures of them that I could share in this video. But, I had them in my hands. I'm ready to buy them at the register. And, the cashier scans them, nothing. She has to call a manager over and he checks them. And, they're street dated for May 1st. So I can't buy them until May 1st, apparently. They grab them all away and then, shove them in the back and just send me on my way. Which I'm pissed about that. Not so much that, they're following their policy, they're doing their job. Well, mostly, because if they're completely doing their job, that stuff wouldn't have ended up on the shelf in the first place. But, they're following their own policies there, and they can't sell the stuff if it's street dated for a future date. Which I completely understand. What pisses me off about it was just the absolute flippant way that I was treated and just dismissed outright. Like, okay, I might have, I might have wanted to buy something else, but it was just pretty much F you, have a nice day. Not even the have a nice day part. But anyway, I did, like I said, I'm kicking myself for not having the forethought to take pictures of these guys while they're on the shelves. They look really good, okay? I feel like Hasbro knocked it out of the park with these. The White Ranger in particular, I really wish I could have picked up today because I wanted to do a comparison video on it between that and the Legacy Collection figure, which I got right behind me over here. You can see that on the video. But I'm going to go over some impressions that I had just from looking at them in their packaging, in hand. So they come with, we know they come with multiple interchangeable hands. The Rangers themselves have alternate heads. I didn't see the Dino Charge Red Ranger there, which I thought was kind of odd. They had 3 White Rangers, Lord Zed, and a Shadow Ranger. But I did not see the Dino Charge Red Ranger anywhere. So, I'm thinking that maybe somebody was able to get away with buying one. But I don't know. I can't say for sure. It just seemed odd since that's part of the first wave assortment and that's the only figure that wasn't there. Which I'm assuming that the case pack the case pack is just lots of White Ranger. So the sculpted detailing on the White Ranger looks awesome. It's got, the folds for the fabric for the costume itself. He looks like he just kind of jumped right out of the screen. It's very, very faithful to the screen. But there is one thing I did notice on it that I kind of like better on the Legacy figure. Let's see. Well, for starters, I like the gold better on the Legacy figure itself. Like, it's brighter. It's not really, I guess you couldn't really say it's screen accurate itself, but the gold on the Lightning Series White Ranger is kind of dull. It's a bit darker. Overall, it does do the job, though. That's my one minor complaint. The sculpt itself is much better. It's got the slits at the thigh for thigh rotation. I do believe that when I saw it, and I'm trying to really pull this up from memory, and that's why I really wish that I had actually had the forethought to take pictures of the actual shelf samples. But I believe, from what I remember, that the power coin on the on Saba was actually painted. But, you know, again, I could be wrong because, like I said, I'm kicking myself for not having the forethought to take pictures of these things. Of course, when I walk into a store and I see product on the shelf, I'm expecting to be able to pay for it and walk out with it. Unfortunately, that was not the case today. If I was looking at the White Ranger in the box, he looks quite a bit smaller than the Legacy Series White Ranger. I think that these new Lightning Collection figures are probably going to run quite a bit smaller, but I also think that's mostly due to the more accurate proportions that they're going to have. These ones are proportioned to be human and not superhuman. I mean, as far as I remember, the only television show that had a costume that was this tight to the body was the John Wesley Ship Flash costume, which was literally painted onto him. That was fun fact. If you didn't know that, they painted that costume onto him. That's how they were able to get all that muscle tone and all those veins popping out on the costume. Yeah, it looks from looking in the box, it looks like the Lightning Collection White Ranger is, you know, just a touch smaller, like height wise, than the Legacy series White Ranger. So it looks like they're, you know, but also based on how the Shadow Ranger looked and how Lord Zed looked, it looks like there's going to be some variance in height. So that's going to be pretty interesting when those all come out. It doesn't look like they're going to follow a strict, like, all these guys are just going to be the exact same height, regardless of the fact that humans by nature are not 100% homogeneous. We vary. We're not all exactly the same. We don't fit into cookie cutter types. So, like I said, that's going to be very interesting. The head sculpt for the actual Tommy Oliver head sculpt, that looked actually pretty good for a $20 figure. $23 when I believe it actually hits retail. That looked pretty damn good. So I was just delighted to see those, and all that delight went very sour when they just snatched them away from me at the register and told me to go have myself a nice day. That was fun. Like, I do plan to team up with Nathan X and do a comparison video of the two White Rangers when we get them, and probably also review the other Lightning Collection figures when we get them in hand. Thankfully, I do still have some pre-orders in. I was just, like, super excited at the thought of possibly getting them today, and unfortunately that did not pan out. But anyway, please subscribe and hit that bell to stay notified of future notifications. Like if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below to give us something to talk about. As always, I don't have a sign-off line.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can check out past videos here, or you can click here to check out my newest upload. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to stay notified on all future videos.